Good morning, everyone. Well, as I said a couple of times before, what I talk about here is all recorded last week for you. So at this stage, we may have a new pope. I don't know. When I'm recording this, no one has been appointed. I've seen black smoke a couple of times, but I haven't seen any pope appointed. But anyway, regardless, if we have a new pope, how wonderful. But it's interesting how the selection of the Pope fits in so beautifully with our theme for this week, starting with yesterday's reading at Mass about the shepherd, the Good Shepherd. And the Gospel reading for today is, in fact, that passage that precedes yesterday's Gospel, but it also talks about sheep and shepherds. It's from John's Gospel, chapter 10. And Jesus says, anyone who does not enter the sheepfold through the gate is a thief and a brigand. Now, what he's referring to here is not the sheep. He's referring to people who pretend to be other shepherds. So he's giving us an indication in terms of those who may try to influence the sheepfold, who really should not be there because they're giving bad direction. He says, the sheep follow the shepherd, but they run away from strangers. Well, they should do. The question is, how do you know if it's a stranger or not? Because there are many phony shepherds, I suppose, in today's society, not necessarily in a religious field, but those people who distract us from religion, distract us from the Lord. And they're the people that we need to watch out, because they would take us away from the shepherd, or perhaps they would take the sheep from the fold. Who would those people be, and how would we identify them? Well, it shouldn't be really difficult for us if we know who the true shepherd is, and if we identify with that true shepherd. And of course, with the election of a new pope, we are given a shepherd. We are given the servant of the servants of the people. And we believe that there has been a spiritual influence in the selection of the new pope. And therefore, we should acknowledge that we come to the Father through the new shepherd that we've been given, because that new shepherd takes his guidance clearly from Jesus Christ himself. So in looking at guidance and influence, there may be times when we don't feel that comfortable about what our shepherd is telling us. But then we need to say, well, why do we feel uncomfortable? And to engage it and say, is it really Jesus who's talking to us? Or is it some other influence? And we pray that the influence that we have through the Catholic Church, which has had a lot of publicity in the last couple of weeks, that influence is a positive one. You have a wonderful day. Keep safe. We'll see you again. God bless. Bye-bye.